So today we're going to make Ackee ice cream. It's been a while, you guys have been waiting, and now it's finally here. So without further delay, here is my original Ackee ice cream recipe. I've also added nuts to this. Amazing. Stay tuned, like and subscribe. Welcome back, guys. As you can see, I'm outside and I'm picking Ackees for the amazing Ackee ice cream recipe. Zine, this one I just picked is rotten. This one cannot use at all. This is a rotten Ackee. We're going to dispose of this. The recipe calls for 2 cups of Ackee. In total, that would be about 1 dozen Ackee. Yeah, so we're going to pick 1 dozen Ackee and get in the kitchen. Look at this book. I'm still outside picking Ackee. If you look over there, you'll see a guinea tree. I picked some guinea and I'm going to make some guinea juice. I won't do a video as yet because I want to test it first. See? I'm also going to use ginger in this as well. Okay, now it's cleaning up time. The first thing we're going to do is remove the Ackees from the pods. Yeah, this red thing is coming, it's called pods, Ackee pods. And as I said, I'll be using about 1 dozen Ackee for this. Remove the seeds. And if you look closely, when you remove the seeds like this, you can see some small black thing. That's the remainders from the seeds. See, we're going to cut that off. And if you didn't know, the seed is the most poisonous part on the Ackee. The seed. Clean that up nice and properly. Remove all of that. Even though a little bit of this little black thing from the seed won't harm you because we cook with it all the time. But we don't want these small black things to get in our Ackee mixture, so please remove them properly. The easiest way to remove the seeds is to cut it off like this, as you see I just did. But some of the edible part on the Ackee will go to waste, but it's the easiest way to do it. Get the Ackee, cut off the seeds like this, pretty easy. And in the middle, sometimes some pink things, sometimes yellow. These things can cause belly ache and vomiting. So clean this out really properly. We don't want to mess with these things, because as we all know, Ackee is a poisonous fruit. We're going to give the Ackees 1 more rinse just to be sure they're nice and clean. Be sure you have enough Ackees. Remember, we'll be using 2 cups of pre-cooked Ackees for this recipe. Zine. Ingredients: 2 cups of heavy cream, 3/4 of a tin of condensed milk, 1/4 cups of nuts, 2 cups of Ackee and a splash of vanilla. The nuts are optional though. Yes. So this is some regular boiling water. We're going to pre-cook the Ackees, but we don't want it fully cooked because we don't want it to soak a lot of water. Until then, we're going to get everything else ready. We're going to open a tin of condensed milk. I've accidentally cut the tin open from inside. It's now leaking. I just hope the Ackee finish cooking soon so we don't have to waste any of this. Now we're going to get a small bag of nuts, which will be 1/4 cup. This is salted nuts, so we're rinsing off the salt from them. So you can give that a good rinse. Now we're going to dry off the water from them. What we're doing is try to avoid as much water in our ice cream as possible. Give that a good dry and put that aside. Our milk is still leaking. We need to move fast. Our pre-cooked Ackees are officially ready. We don't want to use raw Ackees because raw Ackees can upset your stomach. And we don't want these fully cooked because when they're fully cooked, they soak too much water, and we're trying to avoid water as much as possible. Drain that off properly. Our condensed milk is running out. Now we're going to cool down the Ackees under running water because I really don't want to be dealing with hot food right now. Drain it off nice and properly. Now add 2 cups to the blender. Be sure the Ackees are pre-cooked because we really don't want Ackees with too much water in them. That will bring ice crystals in our ice cream. Now we're adding 3/4 of a tin of condensed milk. You can really use the whole thing if you feel like. It all comes down to how sweet you want this. This is not accurate, but 3/4 of a tin is when the milk stops at the black line. Alright, enough messing around. I just wanted to see if this would splash out of the blender. Now we're going to add 1 tablespoon of vanilla. This is the cinnamon vanilla, by the way. We'll be adding the nuts later in the video. You don't have to blend these. You can add them whole. Now we're going to cover this and blend to purify. Now when everything is smooth and all the ackees are blended out, we're going to add the nuts and just blend for 5 seconds. Don't blend for over 5 seconds because you don't want this to taste like peanut butter ice cream. The mixture was too thick, so I had to give it a little mix. And 5 seconds later, stop blending because you don't want to blend the peanut too much into the mixture because you don't want this to taste like peanut ice cream. We're going to add 2 cups of heavy cream. We're going to use a hand mixer and mix this until it turns into whipped cream. And heavy cream is a really fresh cream, and that's why we use that large amount of condensed milk. Now we're gonna mix the heavy cream until light and fluffy. The hand mixer will be on volume 2. Yeah. When finished mixing your heavy cream, this is what it should look like, or probably a little bit smoother. Yeah, we're going to add the ackee mixture. This ackee mixture smell is really strong. The smell, I just can't ignore it. See? This was too thick, so I had to use my hand to remove the remaining mixture from the blender. Be sure your hands are clean. I taste this and this tastes amazing. I loved it. We are mixing it now. We're going to mix to combine everything nice and properly. Be sure to mix it good. Mix until everything is properly combined. Guys, I've tasted this again and I would literally eat this with bread. This tastes really good. We're going to put this in a seal-tight cover dish and put in our fridge right now. Apply everything and be sure to use a cover dish, please. If you don't use a cover dish, instead you use a regular plate, that would cause a lot of ice crystals to form in our ice cream, and of course you don't want that. Zine, the only thing left to do is freeze this overnight. I literally can't wait to taste this. This has my patience wild right now. I can't wait to see the outcome of this. This is original. I personally came up with this recipe and I just know this is going to taste great. Let's see what it looks like tomorrow. So we're back in the kitchen again and we are cleaning up some ackee to decorate our counter. Zine, we're going to wash this clean. We're going to take a lot of pictures today and we just want the place to look like ackee. Yeah. Guys, it's amazing how the aroma of this is just really strong. In the smell alone will catch anybody nose. This smells really good. I love it. When we look at our ice cream, this is nice, smooth, thick, and lovely. I love this. This is exactly how ice cream should look. See, ice cream shouldn't be plaka and soft and full of ice crystals. This is the real deal. Not to mention, this tastes really good. Now the only thing left to do is share this beauty so we can see what we've made. This came out really perfect and I loved it. Now we're decorating this. We're going to put ackees everywhere in it. So as you look at this, you know that it's ackee ice cream. Yeah, just like that. This looks really amazing. Now I'm taking some pictures for the thumbnail. Final result. Now we're going to remove back the ackees and dig deep into this. Now the taste test. Guys, this is 100% safe. I won't be lying. This is safe and it's amazing. This is really good, guys. I love it. And I am going to be 100% honest right now. I've made star apple ice cream, I've made pineapple ice cream, but this is one of the best. I love this. This is amazing. Please share this so other people can see this masterpiece. It's really innovative. I would love if you do. And thanks for watching. 3 unknown chicken eggs. So it was a regular day when I was coming from school. I came in my room and closed my door, and instantly I noticed something really strange. My room smelled like crap.